he was coming to Colorado, I was like, okay, he was at
Coach
Jackson
Prime still
State,
bringing it
but
back. It makes
yeah,
sense,
yeah,
right?
it's Coach Prime's son. I wasn't a
Bro.
believer. If anybody y'all see that says Shiloh can't tackle, takes bad angles, doesn't wrap up, can't cover, all of that, show them this video.
Hey, welcome back, Buff and Prime Spring Ball. DT the fan, T Cal, you ready?
Hey,
You whips up
let's
something
get
special.
into it. Let's get into it. So
Who we got today?
We got spring ball going on, which I know everybody been waiting on. I want to see more clips. Like, I can't wait to see what's going on. But we got a special drop for you guys today. So it's Tuesday. No spring ball today because Colorado has their pro day. So you know what the heck? Let's get into Shiloh Sanders. Let's get into Shiloh Sanders because I've been getting bombarded on Twitter about Shiloh. People saying how bad his angles are, how he's a decent player, but he needs to learn how to wrap up, how he can't cover, how basically he's just Coach Prime's son. And I'll admit, I am guilty, not of saying that stuff, but when Coach Prime got the Colorado job and Shiloh was transferring, I was like, well, how much of a big deal is it going to make? He's Coach Prime's son. Like, that's why he's playing. That's what I had assumed. And I told you during the season, he impressed me more than anybody.
Right.
Like, I was shocked seeing the plays he made. And you can only see a safety for 30% of a clip, when you're watching a game because they're off the screen most of the time. So I was just going off of how I'm seeing him come into the frame. But until now, I never got to see the actual all 22 film of him.
So here we go. We got that breakdown. Shiloh.
Yeah.
You on the spotlight, my guy.
So we're going to be able to see how it really looks. And if everyone on Twitter is right, does he take bad angles? Does he need to wrap up? Is he a bad tackler? That's what he's a bad tackler. He can't cover. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to answer all y'all questions. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all
like. Make sure y'all share this video. Man, I think share this video. To drop some serious smoke.
Get your popcorn and CT. Tell us a little bit more about Shiloh, his background, and how we got to
all right, Buff and Prime. Well, let's talk a little bit about Shiloh. He was a cornerback prospect at Trinity Christian High School. He helped the Tigers get a perfect season, 14-0. They won the state championship back in 2018. He signed with South Carolina from 2019 to 2020, played in 13 games over 2 seasons. At that time, he recorded 32 tackles. He was named SEC first year academic honor roll in 2019. Then he said, okay, Dad's going to Jackson State. So here we go. So he went over to Jackson State, 21 to 2022, played in 20 games over the 2 seasons, starting 15 games, 59 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 12 passes, 12 pass deflections, 5 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. Second team all SWAC. He was tied second in SWAC for 4 interceptions. That guy got hands. He made 39 tackles, 28 solo, bro, with 1.5 tackles for loss. So hey, Shiloh, man, he's getting them stats. Coach going over to Colorado. Guess who's coming with him? He said he was bringing his bags.
Come on, man. Louis.
So he came to Colorado last year, played 11 games, started all of them. He missed 1 due to an injury. He was the 9th-ranked defensive back in CU history already. He led the team in tackles with 70, bro. Tied for first in solo tackles in the Pac-12 with 55. Man, these numbers is hitting hard. Look, and you talk about, because a lot of people like to say, oh, he was playing at that level. So now he's at the highest level, and his numbers got better, which is crazy, right? First in the Pac-12.
Same as with Shador and Travis.
First in the numbers Pac-12, got better. That's right. Going to the highest level, and his numbers got better. First in the Pac-12, second in the country in forced fumbles with 4. First in the country for defensive back forced fumbles. Remember that. And you remember my play of the year, that 80-yard return touchdown, bro. I was like,
that was a cold one.
That was nasty. That was so nasty.
We needed that.
He logged double-digit tackles in on his first game. He had 10 at TCU. He had 11 in Utah. He was named AP College Football Network, Bay Area News Group, second team, all Pac-12 team, and named honorable mention by all the Pac-12 coaches. Shiloh. It's go time.
And you know what people gonna say? He got all of that because he's Coach Prime's son.
Yeah, but
But
how
he
you gonna
should
do
do
it?
his brother.
Bro, like, he already mixed it up on him. Because you know what I'm saying? That because people like to say, well, he was playing at that level. His numbers got better when he got to the elite level, which is
And,
crazy, right?
and I talk about that all the time when people say
Mhm.
group of 5 guys.
Right.
And I told you, I played in the SWAC, like
Mhm.
Shiloh played in the SWAC. I was first team all conference, all SWAC safety in the
Mhm.
same conference. I've been in NFL camp.
Mhm.
The difference in those levels is the trenches.
Right.
It is not those
Position
for the most
players.
part,
Right.
the skill players.
Right. Skill
If
players.
you put 7-on-7 tournament going, you're gonna see teams you would never expect hanging with some big dogs. If you can play, you can play. That's why I get
Right.
so annoyed. Oh, he played at the bro. If you're a ball player, you're a ball player.
Right.
Like I don't care what level you're coming from. If
Mhm.
you can play football, you can play football. It's not that complicated. People always want to overcomplicate things because, like I always say, I can show you bums in Power Five, like
Mhm.
guys who should not have a scholarship, but they got some hype in high school, some recruiting guy really liked the player because he
Some
answered his
highlight reels, some
messages, and all of a
TikTok and
sudden he's a 4-star.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it did it doesn't surprise me that he
Wow.
succeeded at the high level because he's at the lower level, but his film surprised me.
Mm.
And for those who don't know, I'm sorry to keep reiterating this, but I play safety. I played in this exact same defense that Charles Kelly ran last year. So not only do I know what I'm supposed to be looking at just from a safety perspective, I know every single play in that playbook. I know what they're running. I know who's doing what. I know who's supposed to be where. So I'm looking at this film and giving you guys something that nobody else can give you. So
Mhm.
this is a very, very um, select and detailed breakdown you guys are about to receive. And I'm unbiased. I don't sugarcoat nothing. And
Right.
if I'm not gonna name no names, but y'all may have seen some videos. And
Oh.
hey, it is what it is. You are what you put on tape. So I'm gonna be more critical of Shiloh than any other video as well because I played this position. I played in this defense. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna really be able to break it down. So before we get into this though, man, y'all gotta hit that subscribe button, man. We trying to get to
You gotta
5K.
subscribe, y'all gotta like, y'all gotta
And y'all
share,
gotta
man.
share this. I'm telling
Let's
y'all,
go. This is
lock
we
in.
don't we here.
Do not stop early. This is I'm
This is
about to get in the
Shiloh.
bag.
This is the
Y'all,
one.
y'all about to see some stuff. So, all right, let's kick it off. So, got the first play of the game, and their plan was called 1Y. So, what 1Y is, it's a man coverage, and the interior guys for sure, but outside sometimes too are going to be outside leverage. When you're playing man coverage, the main thing you want to have typically is inside leverage on them because you want to stop them from the middle of the field because you typically don't have help in the middle of the field. So in most man coverage schemes, you're playing inside leverage. In this one, you're playing outside leverage because these two players right here are both responsible for this running back. If the running back goes this way, then this guy will take him and this guy will be what we call a rat. So he's a low hole rat. What that means is he has to guard no one, and all he's going to do is rob any crossing routes, any drags. It's his responsibility to take them over. So players are playing outside leverage, meaning on the outside side of the receiver, because if they go in, that means that they're going to their teammate. So you're basically forcing them to your help. So let's watch Shiloh right here in the slot and see how he plays this. Yeah, there we go. So this is his tight end right here. And he played it good. I'll critique it some more to see what he could have done better. So right here, as you see, this is tight end. He's right here. He's super outside leverage. Fine. No problem with that. So as he goes here, he has his leverage. And this guy, he shouldn't have stepped down the way he did right here. And as I watch this game, there's so many busting coverage. Like this defense is incredibly complex. And they busted so many coverages this game. So right here, he's supposed to just sit here. Shiloh's guy's right here. He's outside leverage. Perfect. So right here, that linebacker should still be sitting right here. But Shiloh played this the exact way he was supposed to play. Gets to him at the end of the play. That's good coverage by Shiloh. Okay, we got him in the slot here again. It looks like it's going to be a man coverage. So let's see what he does here. It looked like he wrapped up to me. I haven't played much football. I don't understand what wrapping up means, but it looks like he took a good angle too. So what we got here, this is, you can call it a bubble screen, a screen, whatever you want to call it. So we got 3-on-3 right here. So I talk about cupping the football a lot. Cupping the football means you got someone outside leverage, someone inside leverage, and you got somebody putting the cap on. So as we watch this, we got, who's that? I believe Omarion Cooper, outside leverage. We got Slusher in the middle, and then we got Shiloh keeping his inside leverage. Then he comes up, makes a tackle for no gain. That's a great play right there. That's how it's supposed to play out. All right, here we got 7 mod. So what 7 mod is it's a cover 4 coverage. But in 7 mod, some things play out different because it ends up basically playing like man coverage, even though it's a cover 4 coverage, which is a zone. So you end up having a man. So here, that's Omarion Cooper. He's supposed to have deep. Trevor's supposed to have deep. Shiloh, Travis, and then you got these 2 guys to the flats. Now, something that we did when we played 7 mod is to the field, we always played this coverage, 7 mod. But to the backside, when I was the backside safety, I could change this to whatever coverage I wanted. So I could call Meg, which means man everywhere he goes. So if I called Meg, he would lock up on this receiver, and then my linebacker would lock up on that tight end. Or I could call what's called cut coverage. There's just a whole bunch of different things. But here, they're running 7 mod, so it's basically a cover 4. So we got Shiloh here. This is a fantastic rep by Shiloh. Absolutely fantastic rep. So they're switch releasing, which right now, it becomes man coverage. So ain't no more switching. They switched, but you see Travis and Shiloh never moved because they're just going to take whoever runs to them. What I love from Shiloh right here is when I played mod, we were supposed to be 8 to 10 yards and then 1 yard inside of our receiver. You got to have inside leverage because if he runs a post, you ain't got no help anywhere. So you're on an island. But Shiloh's reading the tempo of the receiver, and this is what I love. He stops and goes flat foot. This is when, one, you trust your technique, you trust your coaching, and you trust what you're seeing on the field. Because if this guy keeps running deep, Shiloh's beat. But Shiloh is sensing that he's going to break down. He took this little false step right here, but watch as he breaks on the receiver. That is great coverage. Elite coverage from a safety, especially in this coverage. I hated this coverage more than any coverage I've ever played. Absolutely despised. Anytime my coach called 7 mod, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because I got to guard this receiver from an awkward angle. And I got to keep him from getting inside of me. But then I have to play so hard inside. If he runs a corner route, I got to get on my horse and try to get to him. So This is a really hard coverage. But this shows me Shiloh's intelligence in coverage. Look at the patience. Watch him sit down. I know you're not running past me. I know what's coming. And then as soon as he breaks, I break. Bro. Elite. That's an elite play right there. All right, we got him right here. It's deep safety. Cool. So we'll talk about angles because I watched 2 games of him. I think I saw him take 1 bad angle. These are your options just in somebody's mind as they're, going through a play. So Slusher right here, his responsibility is to get outside the block. We have to contain the football, make sure we force the football back in. Same thing with Travis right here. He has to get outside and contain the football. Shiloh has to do what's called running the alley. So you see there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space to cover. So Shiloh can either come directly downhill at him. He can either come over the top and try to cut him off, or he can do what I like to call running the loop. And that is when you track the inside hip to prevent them from cutting back. And the only way you can do that is if Travis and Slusher do their jobs. So let's see how he plays this. Perfect. Like, bro, when I say beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And good safety play, especially tackling as the free safety, they're not all meant to be highlight plays. It's about getting the guy to the ground. You are the last line of defense. Yes. Your job is to get him to the ground.
You get past him,
yeah, you can see it on O22, last
nothing.
line.
Right. He's the
very last line. So your job is to get him to the ground. It's not always going to be pretty as far as how the tackle ends. You might end up on your back, but you still got him to the ground. You did your job as a safety. So if you're watching, most people watching film or fans watching film, they're not going to be impressed by this. This is a hell of a play. Watch his closing speed. Watch the angle he takes to where he forces the ball carrier to not cut back and keep going to where he wants him. This is a great play. Great play. Love that play.
That's the way to get after.
Yeah, we'll see it from this angle. Running the alley, staying in his bottom hip so he can't cut back.
He brings it.
Yeah, he brings it on contact.
He brings it, bro. He brings it on contact. He ain't shy about that.
All right. So we talked about 1Y before. Now we're going back to 1Y again. Shiloh busted this coverage. I think Shiloh, I don't know if he didn't know what play he was in, but this is a bust on him. So again, 1Y, we got these guys in man coverage and outside leverage. Trevor Woods is a deep high safety. These two guys are so this is Trojan 1Y. What Trojan was in this defense, it was an odd front. What an odd front meant was this guy's in a 3 technique, meaning between the guard and the tackle. This guy's in a 3 technique between the guard and the tackle. And this guy is in a 0, meaning right over the center. So that's an odd technique, 3-0-3. In this guy's called the jack. So the jack, this is the money linebacker, which in this case would be basically the weak side linebacker because the strength is over here to the passing strength. And then you got your Mike linebacker. These 3 guys are responsible for this running back. So in the last 1Y that I showed, we had 2 linebackers responsible for the running back. So whichever side the running back went to, the other guy was free. And this, we're going to end up having 2 rats because we have 3 guys sharing one. So whichever side he goes to, the other 2 guys are free. So watch how this plays out. So right here, that's his running back. These 2 guys are free players. Outside leverage, Slusher's taking that. He should be more outside. Shiloh's outside, and he's getting to outside. Trevor's the high safety. Now, remember, this was a hell of a play by Trevor.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing play.
Yeah.
And the fact Shiloh busted this coverage is what I think caused the interception. So Shiloh, he's looking over here. I'm not sure what coverage he's in, but this tight end's doing what's called a stick and nod, which is, this is a really common concept down here, is where you get this guy going vertical and you get 2 out routes. So it's super common football passing route concept. Now here, he fakes like he's going out and then cuts back in. Shiloh is, he might think he's playing cut coverage on him, but he don't know what's going on. So the quarterback sees this and it's like, oh, he's cooked. Trevor is already on it.
Right.
So the quarterback thinks he's wide open.
Yeah.
He had no idea Trevor was coming. So the fact Shiloh busted that actually ended up helping how that play turned out, because it made the quarterback think he was wide open and Trevor was able to make the play. So that was a great play by Trevor. And that was a busted coverage by Shiloh. So we got him right here. Yeah, so he's away from the play right here. There's nothing he could have done on this play, but I want to see what you do when the ball's away from you. He's hustling over there. That's what I want to see. What are you doing when the ball's away from you? Okay, Jesus. I'm sorry. I got to point this out, but goodness gracious. This should never happen. 2 guys in 1 gap. Bro, there's open gaps all over the field. Like this is absolutely insane. Should never happen.
That's why we got that new D line coming in.
Boy, goodness gracious, you can't do this. And somebody might be like, "Oh, it looks like they're running a stunt." I don't know. You don't run stunts near the goal line because stunts are terrible against the run. Like, because when you run a stunt, you're basically exposing a gap for a period of time until the other guy has time to wrap around. That's godly. Anyways, so right here, this is the edge player. If this player, and I was watching this with you, I was watching this game with you live. And I told you, I said, "Hey, he got held. He got," and that should be like, bro, that's a hold on the block in the back. Like that should be a clear one. And you can, even though he got held, I'm still gonna say you gotta fight. You gotta fight more to keep him inside and make him at least run back this way to get outside of you, but not just have a free there. Now, granted,
ain't much you can do. This dude's on him like a bear. He mauling him.
That's a hold, and they did not call. That was a crazy no call. That was a crazy no call. All right, so we got 7 mod again. I know they run a mod here. It could be 7 mix, which means they can do some other stuff right here because it doesn't look like Trevor's running mod on this side. But let's see what Shiloh does. Okay, so he's beat on this. He's beat on this. So mod, you want to be inside leverage as a safety. And this guy's coming out. He's dropping under. We got these 2 guys sinking right here. And Shiloh needs to be inside. Now, this guy helps him because that's his zone. He has that hook zone. So he's able to help Shiloh here. But Shiloh has to be, one, you want to be inside leverage. So you want to be here at this point. But also, you got to close on this a lot quicker. Because right here, that window's potentially open. And then what happens here is called scramble drill. When the quarterback starts to scramble, even if you in zone, you got to grab onto somebody. We call it latching on because they can go all types of which ways and big plays open up. So we can't let them get past us right now. So that's not a good look to the finish of that play. So that's a minus in my book for him. Here, we got dime rabbits or dime, but in our defense, we call it dime rabbits, 1Y. What dime means is, remember, nickel means you have 5 defensive backs on the field. Dime means you have 6 defensive backs on the field. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is Cam, Silman, Craig, and this is Slusher right here. Shiloh's right here. And then one of these safeties are going high. Trevor's coming into the box to play the rat. Bro, that's an NFL safety play. This is what we call range. Range is how far you can get to on the field to get to the ball.
Right.
Look at this. Okay, ball's coming out his hands. Shiloh's about, I say, 5 yards inside the hash on the 35. Let's see where he makes his play at. Outside the numbers on the 23. So let's go back here again. Let's see when the ball's thrown. Ball's thrown right here. He's here. He makes the play. I can't even show you on the screen because it goes past. It says he makes the play on the end of CT to fan. That's where the play gets made from right here. Bro, that is a rangy play. That's what the NFL looks for. That is, I'm going to show it one more time because people told me he cannot cover. People told me he has to play in the box. The misconception people have talking about coverage and safeties is they say cover and they just mean man coverage.
Right.
This is coverage.
Yeah.
This is a zone. He's the single high safety. When a coach wants to play man coverage, they're a lot more comfortable when they know they have an eraser back here, meaning he can sit here in the middle of the field. At this point, there's not a person Shiloh could not take the route away from. If this guy ran a go, Shiloh could go get to this one. If he ran a go, Shiloh could go get to that one. Obviously, he could get to the ones right here. Think Earl Thomas with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to go make plays.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, y'all go down in the comments. I don't think y'all can show me 5 safeties in college football make this play. That's how impressive.
Ooh, bring that smoke. Bring that smoke.
I don't think y'all can show me 5.
Bring that smoke.
I don't remember. I used to know these
that's
all by
elite
heart.
play. That's elite.
But he's probably 20, probably about 20 yards from the top of the numbers. Maybe 17, and definitely over 20, maybe 22 from the bottom of the numbers where he makes the play. So not only is he going from the 35 to the other 23, he's also running them yards to get there too at the end. Bro, this is a play. We couldn't see this during the TV copy. You see him come in the frame at the end, but you don't see where he came from.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So you don't even understand how good of a play it is. Bro. Now, he didn't break this ball up. That's fine. Had the guy held on to it at this point, he's breaking it up.
Yeah. Because you see that he come in with bringing that lumber, bro. Shiloh, headache gang.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
Get that man some migraine medicine, Lord.
Bro, make sure y'all subscribe and make sure y'all share this. Don't let nobody tell you that Shiloh can't cover.
Right.
I got it right here. This is elite. There's safeties in the NFL that can't make this play. That I can promise you.
Oh man.
There's many in.
Bro, I'm like, there's many. Hold up. That's
go in the comments and show me 5 other college safeties making this play. I want to see it.
Facts. And he comes bringing that lumber.
So right here we got. Okay, so we got 1Y, which is the man coverage again. So again, the same thing we've been seeing. Okay, so here. So anytime players get tight in your man coverage, the way you're supposed to do it, you're supposed to do a 2-on-2. So in this defense, we call it fold. Other defense, they call it banjo. They call it bracket. Ton of different names for it. All means the same thing. Means I'm inside, I'm taking the inside guy. You outside, you taking the outside guy. So let's see how this plays out. So this is the outside guy. Slusher's doing what he's supposed to do. Shiloh should be triggering on this because that's the inside guy. Now, you remember how we opened up the film. It was 3-on-3. They ran a screen. And when they ran the screen, Shiloh came downhill, made the tackle for no gain. This is how football works. And this is Shiloh's job to get there. And what TCU's thinking is, hey, we saw how tough they played our bubble earlier. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to do what's called a screen and go. So even though, again, Shiloh didn't play it this way because he knew this was coming. At least I don't think so. He's supposed to be down here. But this guy's going to fake block and then take off. They had zero intention on throwing the screen. Zero. Watch. He's probably going to pump fake it. Yep. Bro, he had no intention on throwing there. He wants both of these guys to trigger down so he gets this guy open right here. And he ends up open. He ends up open, but he drops the pass. So we got away with one right there. And I think Slusher right here would have stayed on this guy had he felt Shiloh come down. But he doesn't feel Shiloh coming down. So he's like, okay, well, this guy's right here. I got to take him. Yeah. So end up playing out. But yeah, so that'll be another minus on Shiloh's sheet for me. And again, I'm critiquing. Like, bro, this is film. I'm going to talk film. But I'm also going to show what this boy do. And he makes plays. Here he is right here at safety. So again, you got a choice. Are we going to come straight downhill on him? Are we going to go over the top and allow him to cut back? Or are we going to run the loop and stay in his inside hip? And what are my guys doing? Outside leverage, outside leverage. Let's see how it plays out. Bro. All y'all little Twitter fiends. Y'all told me he doesn't wrap up. Y'all also told me he takes bad angles. And this is the thing. I think people think this is bad angle. Like, I really think people want the angle of him going straight over the top. That's why it's so funny when people just say stuff and don't know what they're talking about. Watch how he runs the loop this entire time. He's keep one great job here by my guy staying outside. That forces him to Shiloh.
Yep.
This is guys doing this is why Shiloh gets big hits. Had he not wrapped up here, I don't care because he gonna blow his noggin off. When big hits happen in football, it's because they have gap disciplined players that play with correct leverage. I can't blow you up here if my guy's inside and you're just going to be able to run outside of it. But right here, look, track the inside hip. And what he does right here starts to do is some people call it near hip, where you trying to line your closest hip up with their hip. I call it shimmying. But he gets ready to do that, and I'll show it later in some other clips, and gets him just like, bro, this is textbook. That's textbook. This is what you want from your safety. This is how you want them to run the alley. This is what you want. Just watch him. Run that alley. Bam.
Bam. Shiloh.
CT.
Well, he's wrapping up and he's running them angles. That's all I got for him. I mean, it's in the film. I just, I mean, hey, it's facts. I think people do just take a narrative and they just run with it, bro. We seen that.
They do.
And don't even watch for themselves. And then you be like, what? What do you
at all?
This from? So,
like, bad angles, and you don't always need to wrap up.
Right.
Yeah, coach is gonna tell you always need
to wrap
we
know.
Up. Man,
if your Nevada game, I was like, man, you wrap. Even the announcer called y'all. Ooh, you didn't wrap up, but you laid that lumber.
Boy, I tried to end his life, and that was downfield, 220-pound running back. Boy, he was 20 yards downfield humming, and I came to, boy, one of us getting a concussion. Boy, I knocked him 8 yards sideways.
Man, that was funny.
Hey, if they don't want to hit, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna hit. So here we go, right here.
I see the word loaf. Oh, loaf.
Yeah. It's a loaf. And it's not an aggressive loaf, but like I showed you in my Jackson State game, where I made dude fumble. He slows down right here. If this guy stumbles and stays up and breaks his tackle, but Shiloh's running full speed, he has a chance to make this at the power line.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. No, makes
because
sense.
Right now, if he makes his tackle, I'm cool. But you're counting on him to make that tackle.
Right.
Right here, it looked like he's staying up. And he done turned it off. Now, I'll show you something I like before this. And again, I'm going to be overcritical because I played this position.
Right.
And I expect elite out of Shiloh. You heard what he said. First round. I expect first round out of him.
First round. He said it.
So I'm not going to be on here and be like, you know what? I'm a great. Ain't no coach grade me harder than I graded myself.
Right.
Because I expect the most out of myself. And I expect the most out of Shiloh. So, and I'm sure if Shiloh ever watched this, he would understand that. Like, hey, anybody that's showing clips and letting stuff slide, they don't care.
Right.
They don't. So something I like right here is this was a big receiver. I don't know if you remember him. He might actually be the tight end. Watch how he takes on this block. I like that. I like that. But as he turned it, I just want to see him keep running to that angle for the cutoff.
Right.
They might not call this a loaf. I'm being picky. Because look, if he stays up and tries to, I pointed out for everybody. I do not discriminate. All right, so we got a star blitz. What a star is in this defense is the nickel. There's unlimited star blitzes, so I can't tell you the exact name of this one. We had Starfire 3. We had Stings. Boy, I had so many dang blitzes at Star. Loved it. So Trevor's high. Now, in any blitz, that means usually you're not going to have anyone in the middle. You're not going to have a low hole player, a rat, a robber. So, yeah, you see how I drew it. You got to be inside leverage.
Right.
Got to be inside leverage anytime on a blitz. And the reason on a blitz is the quickest throw in football is a slant.
A slant. Yep.
Exactly. So you gotta, when your team runs a blitz, that means you're expecting the ball out quick.
Right.
So when you see people send 6, 7 people, and then somebody gets beat on a post route, hey, that's not their fault. That's their fault. I'm not supposed to cover him that long.
Right.
And mentally, when you know it's a blitz like this, especially depending on down and distance, we call it playing the sticks. So if it's 3rd and 10 per se right here, and here's the 10-yard line right here, or I mean, yeah, let's just 3rd and 10. He's right here. I'm not moving backwards at all.
Right.
Because the ball has to come out quick. I know where you have to get to. If you run past me and he has time to get that off, that's on them. I'm playing the sticks. So let's see what happens on this play. Comes downhill, man coverage. Slant.
There's that
Shiloh, from what I've seen, he's not confident in man coverage, which he should be more confident. And, bro, confidence in man coverage. When I was at Nevada and I wasn't confident in man coverage, bro, you could have put Honor, how old is he, 13? You could have put him out there and he would have cooked me. Didn't matter. Versus when you confident and saying, bro, you shouldn't be on the field with me. And you got that locked in. He's not there yet, but I see a lot of stuff where he can get there. So right here, I don't want to see him back up.
Oh, like you said, yeah.
And I don't even know the sticks on this play, but it's a blitz. You got to understand in a blitz. So something else to look at right here. What I would do in this defense. So the reason I'm okay with this alignment is they ran a lot of 7 mod, which looked like this, where you had safety over number 2, him over number 1, and then you had Slusher in here, and then he would drop out. So I'm okay with that. Now in our scheme, we didn't run a ton of 7 mod. So the way we'd run our star blitzes is Slusher would be right here, and I would be back here. And then once the ball snapped, the star's taken off, and then I got to come downhill here. The reason you do that is because in a blitz situation, if a quarterback looks over here and sees 2 over 1, and this isn't an aggressive version of it, it'd be more if Slusher was right here and Shiloh was right here, I know you're blitzing. Like, I know, like, you're not going to have 2 people right over the same guy for no reason. Like, you're blitzing.
Right.
And what that tells his quarterback is to get to his hot read, which right here would be the slant. So here, Shiloh has to understand, hey, we're in blitz.
So he should be already breaking that. Right. Okay.
Yeah. If, like, just imagine this play if he doesn't move and he doesn't step back. And the way we played, which I thank my coach for this. Coach Pearson. Love that he did this. He never had us backpedal in the slot.
Right.
What he had us do is we were turned, he called it quarter turn scooch. So we do like slow shuffles. And what that allowed us to do is pace ourselves with the receiver better, because he's getting out of his back. He shouldn't be doing that. If he's sitting here or even just bouncing in place, then as soon as this is here, I'm able to trigger.
Oh,
just
right.
Absolute trigger.
Right. Yeah.
Like, remember that 7 mod I showed earlier where the dude ran that dig route and Shiloh didn't move.
Right.
That's what I would want to see right here. And I think it's just a mindset. If he's sitting right here, breaks that up, it's like that's not bad coverage right there. But I know he can do better. Oh shoot! All right, we're gonna talk about this one. If y'all watch this game,
I hope they watch this game.
Yeah, no, they definitely should have watched this game. If they watch this game the way I watch games, you show me this play, I know exactly what's coming. Do you remember what play this is?
I don't remember the play exactly.
Well, there's only a few times where they were backed up like this.
And
it ended terribly.
Oh, I remember this play. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm with you watching this play. God, I'm like, bro, please. I'm like, before the play, I was like, please keep your gaps. Please keep your gaps. Because this is how big plays happen.
I remember this play. Oh, I remember this play.
What do winners do? Good things happen when you run to the ball, right? Here he is. Here's Travis.
Facts.
Watch them. Shiloh missed the tackle. Am I just going to give up?
Nope.
Travis don't got no business being in the screen. I don't even know why he's here.
Oh, yeah. But because he's a dog.
Do you see Shiloh give up?
Nope.
And what happens? Like, because if we go back, and this is, man, y'all gonna make me end up coaching.
I think that's what they try to get you to do, bro.
Shiloh does not catch him. I don't think Shiloh can see Travis right now. Shiloh's not going to catch him. If you take Travis out this picture, he's not catching him. But does that stop him from running? No.
Nope.
Oh, his teammate ended up showing up, which caused him to slow down and cut back. What happens? Somebody's running to the ball.
Boom.
If Shiloh's not running to that ball, I don't think Travis makes that tackle, because when Travis is getting blocked right here, this guy can take a more aggressive angle inside, but Shiloh's right here to stop it. And then if Shiloh's not running, he don't make the tackle.
That's right.
So I like that part. Now let me get down to this.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm biased. I'm a safety. This is the hardest tackle in football. Now look, like I told you, I play in the SWAC. At least Shiloh's looking at the running back.
Right.
Bro, this is my first year at A&M. Our defense was terrible, and I played safety. So I'd be running to the middle of the field. I'm not even looking at the quarterback. It's called fishtail. So I'm looking at my landmark, running to the middle of the field. As I'm running to the middle of the field, I'd hear the crowd going crazy and the band start playing. All that meant to me was there's a 240-pound, 5'10" running back running straight up the seam. I turn around, and this is what I got to see. Boy, I hated this. You go watch my film. I ain't never missed one of these. Go watch my film. Ain't none of them look pretty. Because this is not a good situation to be in, but you have to get them to the ground.
Right.
So the reason this is the hardest tackle in football is he has a two-way go.
Yeah.
Now, what Shiloh has at this point, which I didn't have a lot of time, is he got guys trying to cup the football. This side.
Oh, I see. Yep.
This side. So what Shiloh needs to do is force him to his leverage. So what the problem Shiloh had in this, let me see if I can show it, is he sat still. Here, he does not move at all until the guy gets up on him. That's a problem, because what you do when you don't move is you're allowing him to dictate what you have to do.
Right.
Man, F that. You're going to do what I want to do. So if I'm Shiloh and I'm in this position right now, what I would do is I shuffle or shimmy, whatever you want to call it, this way. So in the running back's mind, okay, that side's taken away. So I'm going to make you cut this way because you see my body over here. And the reason I'm shimmying this way and then shooting my trigger that way is because I see I have my teammate right here at this leverage. So if I come here like this, one, I'm closing the distance on you, so you can't just run up on me. So I'm closing the distance and I'm forcing you, hey, you got to go that way. So either I make the tackle or I miss the tackle and then I run you right into my guy right here.
Or I'm trying to run you into that referee.
And the problem is Shiloh just sat here and let him dictate. And then when he dictated, he goes there and he makes a crazy cut. Like, we got to make this tackle right here. But again, I'm coaching Shiloh as if I was coaching myself. This is on you. You got to make this play. You want to be a first rounder. This is a tackle first round safeties have to make.
Right.
This tackle elite NFL players have to make.
Derrick Henry coming free.
Bro, it's not going to be pretty, but you got to get him to the ground.
Oh, we know it ain't going to be pretty.
You got to get him to the ground.
Stare down at Derrick Henry shoe. Hey, even Lamar Jackson coming free.
Yeah, bro, you got to get him to the ground.
Yeah.
But this, like, you cannot discount this. You cannot.
But I'm glad you're showing this, though, because it shows you that it's more than just Shiloh, though, right? And so you look at the defensive line, bro. Like, that's why I said, hey, trenches matter.
Bro, please.
Like, the upgrade in the trenches.
Please don't make me watch the beginning of this play.
Look how these guys are getting blown off the ball. Like, it's just, bro, this is the gates of heaven open up for him. He could have just did circles through that gap. It's crazy. It matters.
Why do we have three guys in one gap, CT? See, bro, I didn't even want to get into this. I'm trying to make this about Shiloh, but now you making me mad because now I got to rewatch this play and see why we have three guys in one gap. And what happens? Bro. One,
look how you're getting beat off the ball. Like I didn't see that in that Shadozi film.
no.
I mean, look, like wow,
So
like matters.
So he's doing a stick move right here. Cool. That's fine. There's zero reason for you to be bouncing and going that way right now. There's nothing's telling you to do that. The hole's right here.
Yep.
Trigger right here.
Go.
This gap's taken. This gap's taken. Ooh, I don't know. Is he supposed to be his head inside? Either this is his gap right here or this is his gap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got the biggest issue with him because he really, based on this, one of his gaps is to this side.
Mm-hmm.
But you
go on, shoot the gap.
Boy, you gotta trigger. And when you trigger, the way you don't get cooked is you shimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And so near hip, near foot. So he should be, I wish I had a clip of this. I'll find a clip of me doing it so you can see it for a different video.
Mm-hmm.
But his body position here, he should keep shuffling, keeping this body position. What that does is that makes it so if he cuts outside of you or tries to cut back, you can easily change direction.
Right.
Remember, I told you when you cross over and run, you're not gonna be able to change direction like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this shouldn't have happened. Shiloh just can't sit there and let him dictate. And like I said, he
Shiloh's
shimmy here.
Like, oh, hold on. Shiloh's like me. Like, what the fuck I just see? Bro, like he's like, I got two guys right in front of me. Oh, what the hell? The quarterback got loose.
Like, my first year, bro, I'm telling you, look, I'd be in the middle of the field. I'm here, the band playing. I'm like, bro, we're gonna turn around and see something awful. Here they are humming upfield. But what I want to point out on this clip again, it shows who Shiloh is as a person, as a player. Mm-hmm. I'll show you a clip in Will Shepherd's film of the Florida defender getting beat, putting his head down and letting him go 80 yards for a touchdown, not even trying. Most guys put their head down after this. I missed the tackle. I made a mistake. Shiloh's not doing that.
Because Shiloh got that dog in him.
I'm going to go make up for it. And what happens a few plays later?
That's what I'm talking. Oh, we know what happens a few plays later. It's funny how, like, you know, it's like puzzle pieces, like you say. Like, you know, that doesn't happen and that doesn't happen. Then we don't get that highlight play, that boom, right? That boom. So every play matters.
That's how football works, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
game of inches.
I'm with you.
If Travis don't run him down, Shiloh don't catch him, that's a touchdown. Instead,
right.
0 points.
0 points.
That play,
we know why.
And I think we scored on this drive. But if we did score on that drive, that play could be a 14-point swing. And what that means, if y'all have heard it said and don't understand it, it means when a team could have had a touchdown, so they would have been +7. But instead of getting a touchdown, they end up 0, and then your team gets a touchdown. So that makes them -7. So total net is 14. So that's a 14-point swing.
Wow, this gal dropping that math on you guys. He could do it all over here.
And people don't understand how significant that is.
Right.
A pick six in the red zone, that's a 14-point swing. So at the end of the game,
that's a heartbreaker. That's
demoralizing. Demoralizing. Yeah. So at the end of the game, you might be able to see a score, but it doesn't always tell you the full, like, little things like that. If it's 14-point swing. If Shiloh don't make that tackle, theoretically we lose that game.
That's right. That's right.
That's how big that play is.
But you know what? Right here. And he kept going, man. He didn't give up on it. I like that.
So we got Slusher smart. I like him. So we're man coverage right here. I like Slusher. I like Slusher. I like him. Don't like Shiloh's finish on this, but Slusher's talking to Shiloh right now, and he's telling him to prepare for the switch. He's saying that because he sees him here and him here. So this is Slusher's man right now. That's Shiloh's man right now. A dumb football player is going, Slusher would chase that, and Shiloh would chase this. That's what dumb football players do. No, bro, use your tools. Like my coach said, Coach Travis Pearson, you got a bunch of tools in your tool belt. Use them. Like he got to the point.
Go full Batman is what you're saying. Go full Batman.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
Like we got to the point of this defense where, man, he let me change the play. I could run. I had freedom based on what I'm seeing and what I had seen on film. Right. So Slusher, smart football play. We would call this alert the fold, which means if that guy comes out, we're going to switch it off. That's what they do right here.
Right.
What I don't like on this, again, I'm being picky. Shiloh needs to be inside leverage at the end of this. Right here, he's in great position. He has to take a better angle. This foot right here, if you see, it's
finally
going down
gave
angle.
people their bad angles that they've been talking about.
No, they talking about tackling. It's completely. But if they want to take that, go ahead.
I'm teasing.
Yeah.
All they heard you say was he didn't take a great angle.
Right.
That's all they need. Twitter about to go boom.
So anytime I was in inside leverage and man coverage, or supposed to be, this is a negative for me on my sheet. Meaning I finished the play and I'm not at the leverage I'm supposed to be.
I see what you're saying.
So now we got Shiloh right here. Woo! All right, we're gonna get into this one. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all not getting this film
I forgot. I'm so into
else.
this film. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what it is.
Y'all not getting this anywhere else.
Shiloh the dog.
This ended up being a busted coverage, but I want to show y'all. I'm not sure if Shiloh was the one that busted this, but when people talk about that defense last year, I want to show you how elite this is. This is one of my favorite plays. We call it shake, but it's odd shake roll. Again, CT, do you remember what I told you odd front means?
Yep. That means the guy in the zero, and this guy's between the tackle and the guard, and then the other guy's between the tackle and the guard.
3-0-3.
I'm learning.
Hey, odd front. So I'm going to show y'all the way this is, because, boy, this is a beautiful play. Bro, you want to talk exotic? Exotic. This is how shake is supposed to play out. Now, there's different variations of it. Like I told you, my coach will let us change things. So if we're in a position, because with this, you have your middle linebacker and this would be your middle linebacker. This would be your weak side linebacker, because this should be your money away from the star. Actually, this might be the money. Who cares? You got your two inside linebackers and they covering two receivers. And the way they're covering is called cut coverage. So what cut coverage is he will have this guy vertical and back, meaning going in. If he goes outside, he doesn't have him anymore. So, and the same thing. So the reason you're able to play this coverage from this alignment is because you don't have to chase them out here, because you have this trap corner who's out here. So it lets you, and we're going to see this in not this play, but we're going to see this type of stuff in Livingston's defense, where we have linebackers or bigger people
coordinator bringing that game.
I can't wait to see how exotic it gets. But what's supposed to happen is Shiloh's right here. He's supposed to go and blitz the B gap. So right here between this tackle and the guard. And then Slusher's supposed to go and blitz the edge. Now, in the game, if you're in this position and you say, hey, we have two speed receivers out here, meaning not a tight end or not a bigger person, and you say, I don't want my linebackers covering them, you could say, okay, we can adjust it, and we could call I don't remember the exact name for it, but in most blitzes it'd be like a money and might go, right? Which means instead of you guys blitzing, they're gonna end up switching what they do. And the other part about this, so Travis right here, he has it's man, but it's basically like a zone. I think it's depth and divider on here. So he's responsible for the deeper routes. And then he has this guy, this Jack, that's his position, slicing underneath. So Travis doesn't have to be tough on a hitch or a comeback because he has this guy getting in the window. Right. So that's one way to run shake. The first way, that's the main way to run it. And this is the other way. We say, hey, y'all stay out here, and then we're going to send these guys to go. Right. And the best part about this play is, and I know people saw this on film and said, oh, Cooper got beat. Not what happened. Is kind of like when it looked like Shiloh. Well, Shiloh did get beat on that Trevor Woods pick because he busted the coverage and the quarterback never saw him. That's how this is meant to play out. Trevor is responsible for this number one receiver on a go route or fade from all the way over here. And you're going to see how it plays out perfect. I'm going to play it one time just so you can see that. And I'm going to go back and show where they busted it at. So watch this. Cooper's beat. Throws the ball. Ends up throwing it out of bounds because at the last second, he saw that Trevor was coming over. Because right here, and he thinks he's wide open too. Look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He thinks he's wide open. Quarterback's trying to get it off. And Trevor would have came underneath and just picked it. Right. So again, if you don't know what you're looking at, you're like, Cooper, what are you doing? Why are you triggering on this? Oh, he's a trap corner.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to go down there. And then it makes it perfect for Trevor. Like, had he didn't have to step up right here
Mm-hmm.
and try to throw this ball, Trevor would have had 2 ESPN picks in this game. Now, where the bust happens is this guy, he blitzes outside, but he didn't blitz. He's supposed to blitz the B. And then what we have right here, Omarion Cooper's supposed to stay outside. Shiloh should be triggering the inside of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slusher should be taking it. You see Slusher telling Shiloh, hey, you go get this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slusher should be taking that. And this is a special play, man. A really special play. And this quarterback, when he stepped up in the pocket, should have got busted in the mouth by the blitzer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to show it from this angle. So, CT, remember what you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
We got.
303. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got the 303.
That's right.
Now, watch how these gaps play out. He going to stick move to the A.
Uh-huh.
Stick move to the A.
Uh-huh.
He's going to go to this A, and he's going to go to that edge because you need a force player. And I said there's supposed to be a guy blitzing right here, which is him in this case. And then he was able to step up and do that. Now, CT, you know, I always got receipts. So if anyone think I'm just making stuff up or I'm lying about what's supposed to happen, let me know something.
Oh, that receipt. Yeah.
What front we got?
303. I mean, yeah, 303.
Yeah, 303. And I said this guy stick move to the A, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this guy went to this A, and this guy had the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is he stick moving to the A? And this guy has the other A, and this guy has this edge. And what are my linebackers doing? Watch how the play starts. We're looking here. First thing they do, turning out, because he got a cut number 2, and he got a cut number 3. So they're going out in coverage. What's this safety doing? This is the middle of the field safety. He's going all the way over here to cut number 1. This is Trevor Woods.
Yeah.
Now, this is how this is supposed to be ran. Now, watch number 5. So I'm the safety, and this is my star right here. Watch how we run this blitz. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Because it glitched out on me a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, so again, I'm the safety. This is the star. Watch how we run this. Give me a little half sack.
Yeah.
Now,
I like the way you said that blocker, though.
Bro, I told you. All that talk about, linebackers, they got to be big. Bro, you're not touching me. That's not going to happen. And remember, the quarterback stepped up in the B gap, and I told you, him stepping over the B gap, he should have got hit in the mouth. Watch this Euro step. I know I'm going inside. He know he going outside. We playing off each other. Boy, we used to switch. We used to get nasty with this. Euro step. Bam. Let him come free. I'm in the B gap. Yeah. You ain't going to do nothing to me. Quarterback tries to escape him. Now, he's supposed to stay outside so that don't happen. But that's my low bro. Don't worry. Big bro got you. Make the play.
That's the way you
So that's how that play was supposed to play out.
Right.
And that defense, I'm telling you, we had so many busts this game. That defense, we could have been really, really, really crazy.
I know, because you kept saying, you was like, bro, you're really going to see the difference year 2. You kept saying year two, you're going to see, because there's going to be a lot less thinking and a lot more going. They're going to be able to play faster.
That play I just showed you, I don't have the film of it. We try to run that play the first game of the season, just like them. 40-yard touchdown against Middle Tennessee State, because we busted the coverage. Because it's a lot of thinking. I could talk forever about that. All right, we got Shiloh in the slot. Man, gives up the slant again. He's not as confident as I'd like him to be in man. And do we have a blitz? Yeah, we're sending 5. Yeah, so we sent 5, so that's a blitz. Shiloh, got to be inside leverage. And there's different techniques when you play press. There's motor technique, and which means you're like, it's called motor soft shoe, where you're inching back, you're inch stepping back. And there's also another technique. Well, you just flat-foot it, which is what I did most of the time. I switch up, but I'm not moving. Like when I say my feet is planted in the ground, I'm not moving a step until you declare where you're going. That step back, and I noticed Shiloh did this a lot. I've seen this since high school on him. He false steps there and opens that hip when you shouldn't be false stepping right there. So when he false steps there, now he's back here and is creating space for that.
Man, I can see that. Man, you can see that clear as day on this film. I see why you watching this all 22. It makes a lot of sense.
It shows a lot more.
Like it shows you, like it shows, because when we're watching football real time as a fan, we just like yeah. That's how I watch it. You be over there like, bro, look, watch how this is gonna play. Oh, this coverage is wrong. Bro, they gonna do this. And I'm like, you watch football different.
And I mean, I was forced to, that was my whole life. So right here, he does that false step. It gives him space.
Yeah, I can
and
see
then
it.
Allows him for another slant. Remember, when you're in blitz and they come in, the quickest throw is a slant. So you got to take that inside away. Now this, it's more the same thing. He ends up pulling on his arm right here. And so he doesn't take the step back here. You have to take the inside away at the goal line. Have to, because you're right here. It's such an easy throw to get there.
Right.
So Shiloh steps right here, but what I don't like is instead of taking another shuffle, you see his feet cross. So I'd want to see him take another shuffle, get a hand on, and then try to cut him off.
And there it is.
This is Travis's pick.
Woo, that was nasty.
And we don't have time on this video to talk about that. I did break that down on the Travis Hunter first video we did way back when, but when I do Travis's, we'll get into that too. So yeah, I definitely want to see Shiloh get more comfortable in man coverage, press coverage, because I think he can really excel there. He's just it comes with repetition.
Well, I also, like I said, with the new defensive line, Shadozy and them boys coming in, bro, get that pressure on that quarterback. BJ Green, get them sacks. It's gonna change everything.
It's gonna look different.
It's gonna look really different. And then you got Jalen Western in that line, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
The offense is really excited, but I'll tell you, watch the defense do some things. I'm expecting
it's gonna be crazy, bro.
I'm expecting some touchdowns because I realize how valuable Travis Hunter is. Because when you got an island, you can say, hey, boom. Like, what I'm saying? You know what
so
that
much
does?
more flexibility.
Right. You can do so much more flexibility. It's like, hey, Travis, you got that guy. I mean, it's just, and the quarterback,
so
we're going to put a lot of pressure on them fools this year. So let's go.
That's going to make, that's probably the biggest difference is not having to cover guys for so long.
Right. We're going to bring a lot of pressure.
We got 1Y again. So remember, 1Y, we playing outside leverage. You see him outside. And we got two guys covering the running back. Okay, he's supposed to go to the running back, but that's fine. A lot of busts this game. Now he starts running to him. This is the robber right here.
Right.
Shiloh, I can't put the blame on Shiloh on this one. He's outside leverage. You're basically supposed to get beat by inside route like this, over route and outside leverage. So what's supposed to happen is this guy's the rat. Looking right here. Okay, I see the quarterback looking. Remember when I was talking about, so he peeks over here?
Bro.
That's fine. I'd prefer if you didn't peek.
Look at
you
that.
Have to feel this route.
Getting pancaked. Like, look at him getting pancaked, bro. Like,
bro.
I only had to bring it up because you had the mouse right over there. I'm like, yeah, bro, you're right. He getting pancaked in the ground. Like, dang, man.
Bro, we're going to end up doing a 6-hour video. We're going to break down the whole TCU game.
I'm about to rip these guys out. Bring in Shadozy them real quick. Hey, just like,
good Lord.
Man.
So, right here. So, Shiloh's outside leverage. Could it be a little closer? Yes, but your outside leverage is hard to cover this.
Yeah,
but here, you got to feel this route. That's the robber. This is the point of the robber.
Look at the HD screen the quarterback got. I mean, guess who was gonna throw the ball to? I mean, like, bro, like, can you put a leg up or something? This dude,
something.
Jeez, look, that matters, bro. Here, I'm telling you, that matters.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
I mean, look at that.
And so right here, 20, he should be reading the quarterback and filling this route. He has to be quicker right here. And I watched this live, and I said that should have been a pick because when the ball's thrown right here, he should be right here.
Right.
So if we watch it here as the robber, if I'm looking here, I feel that crossing route right now. I'm putting my foot in the ground. I don't have any other threats. I'm putting my foot in the ground and I'm running at the exact same angle. He didn't get there, so the catch gets given up.
Goddamn crossing
But
route.
again, that's
Right.
what that coverage is made for, to stop the crossing. Like, that's literally the whole point of that coverage.
Well, you know what? When the quarterback just has the whole field to look at, nothing blocking his vision. I mean, he got all day, bro.
Okay, so we got a blitz on. And when you have blitzes, they come out of empty. We have different checks for them. I think our check versus empty and blitz was rain. We used to call rain. Now, if you look at Travis over here, he's motioning, he's calling traffic. So you see how he's doing this? That's called traffic. What traffic is, I mean, there's a bunch of different names for it. Again, banjo, all type of, it's 3-on-3. My point man, Slusher, is going to take him away. Travis is going to get the most vertical outside, and Shiloh's going to take the first inside. And remember, I talked about this on LeJante video, how there's bunch beaters versus man. This is one of those. So watch how this plays out. So Slusher's taking him away. Shiloh's in here because he's waiting to see who's first in. Travis is back here because he's like, hey, who's coming out to me? Surprise, neither of them go out. Now you're screwed. Shiloh technically should be on this guy, and then Travis technically should be on him. But at the same time, Shiloh's like, hey, I'm not going to run up and try to get that guy when the guy's right in front of me uncovered.
Yeah, I'm going to leave him wide open over the top. Right.
See how it plays out? Missed tackle, touchdown. Now, I like what Shiloh did here technique-wise to start. This is the shimmying I'm talking about, the near hip. The problem is comes right here. He puts his head down and his legs get super wide. You can't do that. What I want him to do is take another shimmy, make him run through your chest, take a charge in this situation. And he didn't do that, and the guy was able to get outside of him. And we'll see it from the other angle. We can get this going. Here we go. The guys come in here. See, he was doing good right here because this allows you to be able to cut back. So I'm good right here. This is where I don't like it.
Yeah.
Puts his head down, doesn't see him, instead of taking one more shimmy and making him run through your chest and make the tackle. That's what I wanted to see.
Making them angles.
That's what you want to see out of safety. That's what
last
man. It was a great angle. The last one too. Everything was great on the last one. Just didn't finish on the play.
But you know, it goes back to what you say. You say you ain't gonna win them all. You know, it's football. You ain't gonna win them all. Like it's just what it is.
And on this, I want you to notice his closing speed. So just watch. I think that's Cooper, but watch how Shiloh. Just watch the closing speed on this. Love that. That's what you need out of your safety. That's what you need out of your free safety. Okay, let's go back here. Let's see. All right, so here, again, taking angles. Coming here, not overrunning it. Staying in the inside hip. And one. So, cup in the football. That look cup to you?
That's cup.
That's to me. Outside leverage, inside leverage, putting the cap on. Watch Cooper right here. He's getting blocked. Fights off the block.
Got that one arm out, making him go cut back.
I love that play from him. I'm excited to break down Cooper soon. I think he's a lot better than what people think. A lot better.
There it is.
Bro, right here. This is winning football right here. This picture right here.
Yeah.
That is winning football.
That's the way to get after it.
Love it. Love the angle by Shiloh. Love the finish. Yeah, love it. I got Shiloh right here. Let's see what we got on this. Okay, so what I wanted to show on this one is, more than anything, is his break. Because I pay attention to different things as a safety. Watch how he gets out of this break, and I'll be able to show it No wasted steps on this. I'm gonna show
Yo,
full
bro, I
speed
was
so you
about to
can
say
see
it
it,
was so fluid. Like it was just like fluid,
bro.
bro.
It's the things that people don't pay attention to,
That's fluid.
bro. I love it. I absolutely love it. Love it. So again, that's something that people. Shiloh's not in that play. I'm watching different things. I'm showing you how a scout's gonna watch him and what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Here we got, I think it's 7 mods, so they're in that quarters again. Okay, so what I didn't like about this, and I think this is the final drive of the game, and that, boy, did they run a lot of 7 mod. So remember earlier in the game, which he was a lot more patient.
Mm-hmm.
He's backpedaling a lot and creating a lot of space right here. And what he does here, right, as well, is he opened up early.
Mm-hmm.
If he runs a post route right here, we're in trouble because now you got a speed turn to it or try to flip your hips. He got lucky. The guy ended up running a corner route. Now, again, I will say, as a safety that's playing this defense, boy, I hate this coverage because you are in no man's land right here.
Right.
You got to cover all the way to there, all the way to here, and it's an awkward position. So, bro, and the corner routes, they run away from you. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. All right, here we go. 7 mod. Let's see what he does.
Mm-hmm.
His guy was open.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be inside leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, they ran this same, it might have been this exact same play because I think Travis had this guy earlier. This is Cooper right here.
Right.
But that's when Shiloh had sat down and just waited and broke on it because he knew what was coming. Now, granted, this is the end of the game. They score a touchdown. They win. So are you going to be playing as tight? No.
Nope.
Because giving up yards doesn't end the game, but giving up a touchdown does. So I'm okay with him giving more of a cushion, but you still got to pace it better than that. And you see, he was late on his break here. Guy gets across his face. Luckily, this guy's in the hook zone, so that window wasn't open anyways. And then he was able to make a play right here. So watch it from this angle. So we'll be able to see it right here. See, he's beat right here. But luckily, this guy's in that window, so that quarterback can't make that throw, even if he wanted to. And then we end up getting the pass break up there. Here we go. 7 mod again. Basically the exact same thing. So again, I know it's tough because you don't want to play too tight right here because, you know, the game's on the line, but he's backpedaling. And even here, if he starts breaking right here, instead of, you see how after he took that false step back and took that higher angle, because you still have a chance to be able to break on this ball. Right here, he's catching that. He can make the tackle, but that's the catch. So, yeah, so that's TCU game. And we just want to drop a little something for y'all while we don't got spring ball today, so y'all can see what's going on. We got more. Got the UCLA game. Y'all get us to 5,000 subs, and bro, CT, you let me know how many views we need on this to drop the next part of Shiloh.
Oh man, look. Oh, Shiloh. Oh, look. Shiloh's got to get 30K, and don't say, and that's not a wild number.
I think 50. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We have a few videos over 30K. But
y'all get Shiloh.
This is special. Like, we're breaking it down.
Y'all get Shiloh to 50K, and then we're gonna drop the next part
because you know
it's gonna be detailed.
And I'm pro Shiloh first day draft.
5K subscribers.
Everything Bro. I see, like, man, like the breakaway speed, the fluid, like, you know what I'm saying? That was the first game of the season. So you know, college, you don't get no preseason games. So you're processing this new defense but you got to make sure you explain to them how complicated that defense is. Like, it's not like, you know, and TCU was in the national championship the year before, bro. Like, stuff matters, context matters, right?
So the thing with that defense is, like, I made a lot of plays. My first game of the year was Middle Tennessee State. I had 12 tackles. Was I playing fast? No. I wasn't able to play fast because there were I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You can't play fast when you think. Then our second year, when we were top 10 in the country in every category in FCS, after being last in every category, and that's including us playing FBS schools that year. 3 FBS schools were the only FCS team that did that. UAB, Vandy, and South Alabama. So we had 3 FBS schools. You take away the FBS schools, we're number 1 in every category, just versus FCS in the country, because we're able to play fast. That game, I watched the entire game. A lot of busts.
Right.
Because people weren't able to play fast. They're trying to figure it out. They've been running stuff against their defense or their offense, but they haven't actually been in a game situation then. So I love Shiloh's film regardless, but you take that into account. It's like, hey, there's a lot here. And I'm not basing my judgment of Shiloh off one game. I've seen more games. Y'all just haven't seen us break down the other all 22 games. Shiloh's elite. He is elite. I'm telling y'all, when I heard it was he was coming to Colorado, I was like, okay, you know, he was at
Coach
Jackson State,
bringing it back.
Yeah, that's Coach Prime's son. I wasn't a believer. If anybody y'all see that says Shiloh can't tackle, takes bad angles, doesn't wrap up, can't cover, all of that, show them this video. This is the one. Please
and watch it for
Video.
yourself. Like, don't take a narrative, because what Buff and Prime does and T Caliber does is you're getting a whole different perspective than watching the game live. Like it's like, hey, look at all this is going on, even though all we see is this. And then, you know, our attention span is short. We'll watch a play, then it's a commercial. Watch a play, then it's a commercial. Right. So then you be like, what did I just remember he got beat. That's all you can remember. But there's so much. And pay attention to the trenches. Look at that D line that you just saw. Like stuff matters. Like, so I'm pro Shiloh. I'm with Shiloh. Like he told Coach Prime, like, man, you know, he's a day 1 draft pick. Look, he's got it, you know what I'm saying? But players around you matter. Process and defense matters. But to still, on top of that, going into TCU on the road, and when people were like, oh, you guys gonna be the laughing stock of America, and you go in there and get that dub, bro.
Anybody who watches full breakdown and still got the audacity to say that Shiloh's not a dog and Shiloh's not legit, you're just a hater. Like, you can't, like, bro,
you have to embrace that. And I agree with you 1,000%. You're just that, and I get it. And look, Coach Prime got some serious haters out there. Yeah. Like, they got they just refuse. Like, they just like,
you can either say you're just a hater, or you can just be honest and say you don't know football. One of the two. But I'm telling you, there's not many people walking this earth who understand safety play the way I do, and even less understand safety play in that defense.
Right.
Bro, I can judge you off the way you break, the angles you take, seeing your mindset. Bro, Shiloh is legit. His range, bro, that's the craziest play I've seen from him. Making that play 5 yards inside the numbers to 2 yards to the bottom of the, bro. That is a crazy, like, and again,
his stats, bro. Like, you saw when he jumped the highest level of football, and his stats went through the roof.
And that's the thing, bro. I don't even care about stats, but as long as you got film. But he had stats to match the film.
Right.
He had the forced turnovers. He had the pick six. Like, he's always around the football. That narrative of him taking bad angles and not wrapping up, and, like, sure, he takes some hits where he doesn't wrap up, and I've seen him body people with those. But to say he just doesn't wrap up like that, CEO. But just to say he doesn't wrap up, like, that's just a lie. Like, y'all just saying what people
pushing the narrative, right? They just want to say something. They just pushing the narrative. And he gets a lot of that too, because he's Coach Prime's son. So I hate on the daddy, I'm gonna hate on the son. You know how they bring it, bro. But look, film don't lie, and that's why you do it. That's why you break it down. Like,
I want to see Shiloh get better at man coverage, even though a lot of defense don't require their safety to play man. You know, so it just depends on the situation that you're in, because there's a lot of safeties that can't play man, like, worth a lick.
So there's a lot of safeties that can't play football worth a lick.
Crazy. But with Shiloh, his tackling, being around the ball, his angles to the ball, his range as a safety, those are the important traits that you want to see from a safety.
The dog,
again,
the
like
engine.
CT said,
This
is the first game of the season.
Right.
You only go up from the first game of the season.
First game, so, new defense. But let me tell you,
y'all get us to 5,000 subs.
Yes.
50,000 views, and we dropping more parts.
And you understand now why I say that defensive line, the upgraded defensive line is going to do wonders, as you can clearly see from the TCU game, right? Like it's just going to do wonders for the back end.
And that's going to make man coverage so much easier.
Right.
And yeah, if y'all not a believer, man.
Like, now you see why I say them that, hey, bad. Look, I got Colorado.
I know why you
winning
say
the Big 12. I got Colorado winning the Big 12, bro. Look, look, it's facts. Like, it's facts. Like, real talk. So, hey, you guys can believe what you want to believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know I'm with you 100%. Hey, Shiloh, dog, mark it down. The only thing that will hold him back from being a round 1 draft pick is his age.
Right.
That is the only thing, because he's older, and a lot of NFL teams pay very close attention to that.
I do got him going in the second round. Honestly,
I said
that's my.
I said that immediately after the season. I said day 2, which is second or third round.
I definitely. I mean, I've seen safeties in the NFL, bro. They don't even get out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't been back in college football, really watching it until Coach Prime. I mean, I was watching Jackson State, but until he got to Colorado. So yeah, y'all gonna have to show me some safeties.
Drop them safeties in the comments down below. Who, you know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah, y'all let me know what safeties are better than Shiloh, because Shiloh has a man. All right, now
Shiloh,
make sure y'all subscribe, share this with all the haters, all the supporters, so y'all can really see it. There's not no fluff. This ain't just no highlights. I'm showing you everything. All 22 breaking everything ground.
Yeah, it changes. It changes, right?
Bro, he makes plays other safeties can't make.
And this is the first game of the season, first game in the new defense. You know, you're on the road. You against the team that was in the national championship last year. And you always say, bro, defensive back is the hardest position to play on the field.
By far.
And I respect it and I see it, because I get it. Because if the people in the front of doing their job, then, but when they're not doing their job, then it's, you gave up that pass. So but you like, you see all it? You don't even know the play. So I get it, bro. I understand.
So again, y'all make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. We on to the next one. Spring ball. We got the spring ball, our depth chart coming out this week. So again, hit that notification bell, and we on and rolling.
Let's go,
man.